What's up, weirdo?
That's how the show's going to start. I just got pissed off about a local news program.
Flashpoint on Channel 2.
God.
There's just five people yelling at each other.
It's like literally local news broadcast people and arguing weird, like city managers just fucking arguing. Jesus.
And it is always about something that is not important.
No, nothing is important. And like two people on the set have one opinion and the other two have the other one and they just fucking argue.
One time, that show hurts so bad for material that one time they had, my friend Harry had put out a video on YouTube called Fuck Detroit. And this is, I don't know, 8 years ago, but it literally had like 50 views. And so they had him come on and talk about his video, Fuck Detroit. And he's a comedian. And so he has a character that he plays, which is what the video is. It's him in character, right? So he showed up on Flashpoint in character. He's this 55-year-old Jewish guy pretending to be a rapper. And all of these city council people were like screaming at him and like taking it so serious. And I was watching it and I was just like, they have no idea whatsoever. It's like that guy who's doing the rounds right now that birds aren't real.
Oh, that's a joke.
Yeah, you've seen this guy who's like showing up on news segments saying birds aren't real. And then he did like his first nationwide interview about birds aren't real. And he allegedly threw up on camera during the live taping. Like he's completely just playing people.
I saw the pictures of the van on the internet and just, I know the world is falling apart. So I just thought it was real. Like those are someone's real opinion because why wouldn't they be?
I know. He plays it like it is.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's all about the clicks.
I don't know. I don't have any idea what the guy looks like or sounds like. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, you know, anything for the clicks.
Anything for the clicks. We just got back from seeing Scream, the new Scream.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about that?
I just tweeted a couple minutes ago that I have very few opinions about movies and TV. Like, my opinions are like, I liked it. It's not for me. Blurg. Enjoyable junk. Like that's about all. Like that's why I don't review films, because those are like my honest opinions. And Scream is a combination. It's not for me and blurg.
Yeah, it was disappointing.
As a matter of fact, Marley asked me what blurg meant, if that was good or bad, and I said blurg is equal to ugh.
Yeah, it's just like ugh. It was just like very not cohesive, not sensical, not acted good.
It's just not for me. I was thinking about it when I got home and I just realized like I don't even think Scream was for me, like the original Scream. I think I had already aged out it. Like that was the beginning of like late 90s, early 2000s movies, right?
It was like mid 90s.
I just feel like there was this period of time when I got to be like 25 or 26 when like movies weren't being really made for me anymore. And I'm fine with that.
I love the original Scream. I think it's perfect mix of like, it was like the first horror comedy kind of, I don't know, like modern day horror comedy.
I mean, I grew up watching all the original slashers and all the original Nightmare on Elm Streets. And then there was this period of time where it became like Tony Shalhoub in 13 Ghosts, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and Scream. And I was like, well, these aren't my horror movies anymore.
Yeah, like I Know What You Did Last Summer too.
Yeah, but I mean, I think those just aren't my films. And so I don't think this is my film either.
I do think some people will probably like it because they just don't care about plot holes or good acting or other things. I don't know.
Here's my thing. Here's the only real, I mean, to get beyond blurg for my review for Scream was the movie was 2 hours long, right?
Yeah, way too long.
It's 2 hours long. And in a horror movie called Scream in 2 hours, there was not a fraction of a moment where I was scared or disconcerted.
See, I will say that I feel like I did jump like 3 or 4 times. So it got me there. I've watched whole horror movies where I didn't jump once. So at least there was that.
I mean, I know that there's probably some meta-analysis of deep thinking, but like, wow, did they really just demolish hiding behind a door jump scare?
See, I kind of thought that was funny too, because I kept expecting it and they knew you kept expecting it. So they kept like ruining it. I thought that was funny.
was annoyed by it.
I kind of liked it.
And I know that people are like, that was the point, is to be annoyed by it. Blah, blah. Listen, I've already said it's not my film, blurg.
I know. I thought the kills were pretty brutal too. Like, because I feel like the old Scream, they were just kind of like, you know, when you have those old toy knives where the end goes in? I feel like that's what the old Scream kills used to look like. And these were actually kind of nasty.
Yeah.
So that was cool. And then the younger main girl, Jenna Ortega, she's in Netflix's You season 2, and she was really good on there, and she's really good in this. She's like the only one with any acting chops, I feel like, in the whole damn movie. So props to her. Those are the only good things I can say. Those are my notes.
That's the Siskel and Ebert, John and Jessica review of Scream.
I know. And I realized the whole time I was like, where the boyfriend guy, the main boyfriend guy, I'm like, where's he from? Where's he from? And he's the guy in Tragedy Girls, which I'm sure that means nothing to anybody because nobody's seen that movie, but it's on Hulu. It's on a lot of.
He's also the main boyfriend in the Amazon show Boys.
Yeah, I haven't watched that.
He's really good in that.
Yeah. I think he's Dennis Quaid's son.
What?
Yeah, I think
No.
he is. No, I think he is.
No.
I think he is.
This is the only time I'll give you permission to look that up. Look that up.
Oh, also, that's another.
I cannot believe that.
No, I swear. That's another funny point that I wanted to bring up actually while I'm doing this is at the beginning of the movie, my little horror text group that I have with New York Rick and Jose Youngs. They were texting me because they saw that I had posted that I was going. And so I was answering them. I wasn't like doing whatever. And you were like, okay, Miss Phone, put your phone away. And then like halfway through this movie, it got so bad that I kept lifting my phone up and you weren't even yelling at me. I'm like, oh, it's so bad that Tenny does not give a fuck if I'm on my phone because I'm not missing it. I'm not ruining anything for myself. This movie
I almost fell asleep once and I almost walked out once.
I almost stood up to walk out like 5 times. He's the son of Meg Ryan and Dennis Quaid. Boom.
Oh, shit. I didn't know. Well,
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, told you. Told you.
Nobody else in the world could have played that part.
Yeah, but everybody could have. He did have a couple funny parts, though. They were in a car and they were debating going back to somewhere, and he said, like, they go, what's the address? And he goes, I don't know, 123 No Fucking Way Lane or something. That was funny.
Yeah, I guess.
There was a couple of good laughs. He got a good burn in on Dewey, too. That was funny to me. I think I was the only person in the theater who fucking laughs, but I don't care. Do you remember?
Oh, my goodness. There's the dog.
I know, there he goes.
How's the house going?
Good. He's okay. He did okay. But I was going to say, too, when we walked into the movies, we walked right past Danhausen. Very famous, very evil wrestler, Danhausen.
Very nice, very evil.
Yes, what did I say?
Very famous, which is fine.
Yeah, sure, yep. But it's funny because anytime I'm in New York City, I always see like at least one famous person because I always look people in the fucking face, always. And I don't know why. And when we walked in, I looked him right in the face and I'm like, I know who that is.
Because you're a psychopath.
It's just, I just have to survey my surroundings. I don't know why. And I noticed instantly he had a fucking crutch, and I knew that he's been posting on Twitter that he broke his leg, or whatever he did, broke his ankle, whatever. So we said hi to them, him and his girl, when we were going in, and then as we were walking out, we kind of both like stopped, like held back, and we were like, I was like, to his girl, I was like, what did you think? And she was like, I'm like, yeah, that was not good. And they were like, that was not good. And then
I like the fact that when you were saying that whenever you go to New York, you see people because you always look them in the face.
Yeah.
I think it's funny that when I go someplace and I recognize someone, I'm always like, I realize that it's someone, but I'm recognizing an actor from 75 years ago, and it couldn't possibly be that actor.
Yeah.
Like I walk into a place, I'm like, oh, that's Rodney Allen Rippey. And I'm like, oh no, Rodney Allen Rippey would be like 90 years old right now.
Well, I do that. Me and you both do that too, where we think people look like people. We do that constantly, but
I'm like, oh, that's Adolphe Menjou. Oh no, he died in 1940.
I have no idea who these people are. But they were super nice. That was fun to bullshit outside for a minute and talk about. We bashed the movie for about 25 minutes and then talked about other shows and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool rapping with them. He's super funny on Twitter too. So if anybody wants to follow Danhausen, it's DanHausen. He wears crazy face paint and says crazy things. Oh, I was going to bring up to you too. I've always felt like Amy Bruni reminded me of somebody like forever. I'm like, who does she remind me of? Who does she remind me of? And it's fucking Nev Campbell. I finally realized it during this movie when she came on the screen. I'm like, it's Amy. That's who she reminds me of.
Like personality-wise, you think?
I don't know. I don't know if it's her face. I don't know if it's how they talk. I don't know if it's their like facial something. I don't know what it is. Or their like outfits. I don't fucking know what it is. And I was so relieved. I'm like, that's who it is, finally. And that was the other thing that we both said that was like the only other positive about the movie was that Nev Campbell looked fucking fabulous.
Yes, for sure.
That like one scene where they open and she's like jogging or whatever. Her skin, she looked so good.
Yeah.
Good for her. Good for Nev Campbell.
Good for Nev Campbell.
You go, Nev Campbell. What are you doing over there?
I was seeing if Rodney Allen Rippey was still alive.
Oh, brother. Fucking really important breaking news.
Rodney Allen Rippey is still with us, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa. Who is he again?
He was a child actor who became famous in the 70s for doing commercials for Jack in the Box.
You're a psychopath.
His catchphrase was like, "It's too big to eat."
That's what she said. Oh my God. That is so funny.
I love that I was concerned. I love that I was concerned with the 0 listeners of ours who would be concerned if Rodney Allen Rippey was alive.
Literally. Watch him just like write to us.
Well, that would be awesome.
Heard my name on your podcast. Here's an autographed Jack in the Box from 1972.
I would love it. I would love it. The 70s part of me would love it.
Brother. And then we walked to the car after the movie. Wait, no, was that at your house? Yeah, that was your house. And you were telling me about all the people you don't recognize on the lineup that was just revealed for Coachella.
Oh, yeah. I have 0. Like, I recognized Billie Eilish because I like her new album.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. People were like, "Oh, you like those bands?" And I was like, no. These are the bands that I recognize their names. Mm-hmm. It's not even that I like them. Like, I don't think I've ever heard a song by Harry Styles. Is he on that?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Yeah. Like, and I did leave off 2. Like, I didn't see in the tiny type Fatboy Slim and Richie Houghton. And I do know those. And I should have put those on the list too. But the rest of the names that were on there were just the sounds that I make when I stand up off of the couch. like there were like there were so many names that were like Blurp and the Gorps. Mr. Panawana Ding Dong. DJ Fuzz Bucket. Like, so many like slurp blurps and the mall blurps.
Oh my God. I was dying.
Sherple and Nurple with DJ Ha. DJ Ha.
Oh my God. We used to do that at Record Time. When I worked at Record Time, all the people that worked there would be like, huh, huh, huh.
You got to pick up the new record by DJ Ha.
Oh my God. Oh boy. As soon as you posted that tweet, I already thought it was funny. And then I'm like, oh, I got to see how many I recognize so I can burn his ass. And I look at the poster. I'm like, well, shit, I don't know any more than he does. Not even one.
No, and what's so funny is one of the names I recognized is Danny Elfman. Yeah. And that's because he's like 70 fucking years old.
Yeah, because he does soundtracks. I know. Good grief. Good grief, Coachella.
I used to know a lot of DJs and stuff, though, because of my sister and because of Detroit. I don't think people realize how influential Detroit was on like techno music.
I mean, they do realize it.
I know they do, but I mean, I think that it gets glossed over sometimes.
Yeah.
In this day and age, like people like Kenny Larkin and Richie Houghton and just all of the techno DJs that used to come here and still do. We have that festival, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the first few years it was out, it was free, and then it became very expensive.
Yeah.
But no, they all used to come into Record Time, and I would ring them all up, and they would come out of the record room with like hundreds of records. I'd be like, but they were nice.
You'd be like, huh?
Like, let me just ring up all these records.
So wait, this was the second time you put Toad in his house?
Yes. He did good. I noticed with about 10 minutes left, like, I looked at my phone at your house and I'm like, it said he had been barking for 9 minutes. And I'm like, where the fuck is he barking? And then I got in the house. I think he like piddled a little bit in his cage. And I think he just did it once he realized I was home. So I like.
Just excitement piddle? Yeah.
So I threw his blanket in the washer and that's it. But he didn't do anything wrong. I'm pretty sure he slept the whole time. And he's fine now. He's just laying here.
Someone needs to do, I was telling you in the car, someone needs to do like a watercolor or an oil painting of you and frame it so he can have it in the doghouse so he can look at you when you're not home.
I really don't want to see a watercolor myself. He's fine. He knows what I look like.
I know, but he would like to look over and see a picture of you.
Maybe he wouldn't. Maybe he would want to look over and see a picture of like a dog treat or a rainbow or a dog on the TV. I don't know.
I think that would make him go crazy. You should get him his own little iPad that shows dog movies in there.
The front of the crate is clear. He can see the 55-inch television right in front of his face.
Yeah, but what if he wants to play Wordle or something like that?
God, I'm so sick of fucking seeing those. Who did this? God.
When something hits these days, it hits fucking hard.
Dude, like what people used to post on Facebook, like their Farmville shit or their whatever those other games. Like, are you really doing that? I do so many things every day. I could never. I don't have the luxury of playing a fucking weird word game at all, ever. No, I don't have time. I hate it. I would play that. I do like when we do that game on the airplane. I would play that on an airplane. I would not play it in my normal life when I have fucking 5 different things to accomplish for the day.
Well, I do anagrams all day long, like unnecessarily in my head.
Oh, that reminds me, I was going to tell you that how have you not thrown out yet that Omicron is a anagram for moronic?
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I'm probably late to the game in doing that one.
Yeah, I saw that the other day, and I'm like, well, that is some tenny shit right there. I never think of those. I don't care what they say. My
brain just does that weird thing where I hear a word and it starts to scramble and give me the different ideas of what it could mean.
Your brain's always a scramble.
My brain is always a scramble for sure.
Oh, we have to tell everybody last episode we were talking about my shitty coffee maker, and I don't even know why we were talking about it. Probably because we were talking about Old Town Roasting, but anyway, you always ran. Oh, and then even on the episode, you raved about your coffee maker and said I had to buy one. And I was like, yeah, I'll try to buy it. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, guess what? You surprised me and got me the coffee maker.
I did. I bought you the coffee maker and you got it today.
You're so nice. I didn't even take it out of the box yet. It was fucking expensive. And it's really pretty.
Well, that's your late Christmas present. Don't ever ask me for anything ever again.
I mean, I will probably, but...
It'll change your life, coffee style.
No, I'm so excited because you said it's a thermal.
It's a thermal carafe so that it doesn't have a burner. So you don't ever have to like worry about your coffee burning.
Yeah. And then I can go to work and come back and my coffee's still hot. Yeah.
I love when when I buy stuff, if I have to end up, unfortunately, buying it off of Amazon, like I will always read reviews just because I find the reviews funny. And when I was reading reviews for that coffee machine, there are so many people who say like the carafe doesn't work. It spilled coffee out all over and I'm like, I always think to myself, like all of these complaints that people have a lot of the times are problems that they have with themselves and not knowing how to do something.
All the time. You should read makeup ones. Like when people are like, oh, my foundation, it's like you guys probably don't wash your fucking face or put on moisturizer or do whatever the shit that you're supposed to do before you just cake it on your face and you know what I mean.
Yes. And then there's a lot of people who review stuff that say that it came late. And then I always think you shouldn't be reviewing things because the mail was bad. No,
that doesn't matter. Oh, they'll tell like a whole, oh, my husband, he wakes up for work and blah, and they put it, it's like that. I don't fucking care. Can you just talk about the product? Maybe.
This is probably about 2 or 3 years ago, but I feel like this is why I might be slightly different from some folk.
Just the one reason?
No, it's one of the reasons. DJ.
Oh my God.
Blurt blop in the nipple dribbles.
Coachella side stage. Okay, go ahead. Oh.
Stage number 4, meat curtains and drippy dicks.
I gonna spit my tea.
No, but I ordered this thing that cost literally $7.
I can't stop. Okay, wait, but no.
I ordered this thing and it cost like $7, and then with shipping it was like $9. And I got it, and there was one part of it that was one corner of it that was broken. Mm-hmm. And do you know what I did when I got it?
What?
I glued it, and then I used it, and I still use it.
Okay, it depends.
It was $7.
Yeah, that's not worth like going and returning it in like the Amazon locker.
No, it's not.
No, it's annoying. Yeah, it depends.
And I didn't leave a bad review that it was broken either. I put a splash of glue on it, and I'm still using it all these years later. And it was $7, and it wasn't worth me blowing up and getting mad and leaving horrible reviews and like, big deal.
Yeah. Oh, I thought of another thing for our weird fears that were blown out of proportion throughout our lives that we were supposed to worry about. The thing where you're supposed to keep X amount of gas in your tank in the winter or it's going to fucking freeze. That never fucking happens. Ever. We live in the coldest place ever. The other day I got in my car. It was like 0 degrees out. There was so little gas in my car that there wasn't even a notch. There was a nothing. The screen had a nothing. Was my gas frozen? Fucking no, it was not. That's fucking irrational. We've been told that our whole lives and never fucking happens. And if it's ever happened, it happened to like one guy.
I was notorious growing up for never having gas in my car. Never.
Same.
And I never had my tank freeze. Like I was always on fumes.
Yeah, it never happened.
I never had a problem with my tank freezing or anything like that. By the way, bringing that up, I was listening to some weird NPR show about like extreme vacations. And I guess there's a place you can go. It's either I can't remember off the top of my head if it was Spain or Italy. I didn't write it down. But you know how you can go to places and go zip lining and stuff like that? There's some place either in Spain or in Italy where you can go and they will let you sink in quicksand.
No.
And there's somebody there that'll get you out.
No, thank you. Nope, not doing that. I would maybe stand there and watch other people do it, but I wouldn't do it.
I would do it.
No, the biggest fear, I swear, the worst sounding things are like drowning and dying in quicksand. It would be so slow, you just choke on. Oh, no.
I would do it. I think we've talked about this on the podcast before too. Like sometimes though, when I say I would do stuff, while I'm doing it, I realize it's a really bad idea. Like there was one time at Mansfield State Reformatory where the big joke was they were going to put me in a straitjacket. And once the straitjacket was on me, I immediately wanted it off. I was like, oh no, this is not fun.
I will probably let somebody put one of those on me. Mansfield is the most terrifying place though. So I'll probably
once it's on and you realize that you can't get out of it, it is not fun.
No.
I have a straitjacket if you want to be in a straitjacket and see what it's like.
No. I'll think about that.
Okay.
But yeah, I've only been to Mansfield once and I was scared. I got wobbly knees at that place. Oh, it's not good.
You know, wobbly knees is on the 5th stage of Coachella.
You're so stupid. They probably are. But it'll be like no vowels. It'll just say like wobbly knee. N-S. Okay, so was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I literally watched Titanic again because I have a problem.
My God.
Listen, I have Showtime right now because I had to watch Dexter and then I had to watch Yellow Jackets. And Showtime has on Titanic like on every single day now, every day. And if I see it go by, I'm like, fuck it, I'm just going to put it on. So anyway, so I realized yesterday there's a part where there's an Irish guy in the movie and then there's Jack and they're like on the deck and they start talking and then the Irish guy's like, Tommy Ryan, and then he's like, Jack Dawson. And they like introduce each other with their like first and last names. And I'm like, that sounds so important. I'm like, I feel like I have to start doing that. I'm just going to start introducing myself with my whole name.
I do that.
I think you do that. But I was like,
I always do John Tenney, and then people always end up calling me Tenny.
Yeah, I like that. I just outside the movies today when I introduced myself to Danhausen's girl, I just said my first name. But now that I'm thinking about it again, it just sounds like better when you say her whole name.
Very fancy pants.
I know. I think I'm going to try and do that. It sounds like distinguished.
I was thinking about royals when you said that. Do the royals have last names?
They have to have a last name.
Like, what's Prince Charles's last name?
Prince Charles.
Queen Elizabeth. Do they have last names? Princess Diana?
I don't know. Well, wait.
Do they have last names?
They have to. What are they?
I don't think they do.
What if it's like...
It's just like Princess
William.
It's always like Prince William of Edinburgh. You know what I mean? Like...
Well, I can think they would call Fergie the Duchess of York. That's a thing.
Right. But I mean, Sarah Ferguson, Duchess of York. But
Yeah, Sarah Ferguson.
But Ferguson was like her married name, wasn't it?
Well, you can't just become a prince and lose your last name.
I think you do. I think you get a title instead of a last name. Oh, isn't their last name Windsor?
Prince William Windsor?
Prince Charles Windsor?
Hang on.
I think Windsor is their last name. Are you looking this up?
Yes, I have to. Okay, wait. We are not the only one to ever wonder it. Yeah, William Arthur Philip Louis Mountbatten Windsor. What? Wait, Prince Harry and William have different last names. This is why Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's children use the last name Mountbatten Windsor. Where's the Mountbatten part come from?
See, that's all screwy.
I don't know if I'm saying that right either. It could be Mountbatten. Mountbatten.
Oh, that sounded very fancy. You know, on the fifth stage of Coachella is Mountbatten.
Oh my God, I can't stand this episode. I can't believe it took me my whole life to contemplate if the royals have last names or if they're just like floating first name people.
Well, their first names can change too, because when you become king or queen, you can pick your own name.
Yeah, it says Prince William, Duke of Cambridge.
Do you know what I mean, though? Like if Prince Charles becomes king, he doesn't have to be King Charles. He can change his name.
Oh, what?
To whatever he wants. He can be whatever like name that he wanted to be.
Can he be Crapbag?
Yeah, yes, he can.
Can he be Prince Consuela Banana Hammock?
Yeah, Prince Consuela Banana Hammock.
Coachella Stage 7.
Stage 7. Right next to the guy who's whirling glow sticks that are on fire.
Yes. Speaking of like royals and weird, I feel like I think of like money, like currency when I think of the royals. I know I'm going to regret admitting this, but I seriously, like just 2 days ago, okay, maybe it was yesterday, because they said Maya Angelou was getting her own quarter, right?
Right.
So they showed it online and it said at the bottom of the coin, it said $quarter. And I'm like, $quarter? I'm like, is it a quarter or a dollar? And then in my head, I swear to you, for the first time in my life, that it fucking clicked that they call a quarter because it's $quarter.
Oh my God.
I swear to you right now. I swear. I know. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but because I'm like, okay, a dime is a fucking dime. What does that mean? Just a dime and then a nickel. And then I just thought a quarter was just what it was called, like a fucking quarter. I didn't know they called it that because it was $quarter. I literally didn't know.
You learn something new every day.
I know that's so fucking embarrassing, but I hope there's like one person out there who has just never thought of it long enough. I swear. Like, I know that it's a quarter. Like, I know that 25 cents is a fourth of a dollar. I fucking know that, but I never put it together.
That is too funny.
I swear I'm not the stupidest person alive. I swear. There's certain things where it just takes you a long time and then it like clicks in your brain. I'm like, oh. That's like the worst thing I ever said.
Cavemen and dinosaurs.
I know that, and just cavemen living with dinosaurs is going to be my legacy. It's going to be here lies Jessica and Epic, who believed in cavemen and dinosaurs lived at the same time and didn't know that a quarter is a $quarter. May she rest in stupidity forever. Everything's fine.
It's so funny.
Everything is fine.
Do you know what dime means?
Why did they call it a dime?
Why do they call it a dime? Do you know why?
No.
It comes from, I think, France, and it's like tithe. You know how you tithe at church?
No.
You're supposed to give a tithe, which is a donation, but a tithe is supposed to be 1/10 of what you make.
Oh.
And so a dime is 1/10 of a dollar.
Got it.
There you go.
See, that one's more complicated. Like, maybe my brain thought that a quarter was just like some shit that they just named it that.
Right.
I didn't fucking know what meant $quarter because I'm an idiot.
That's so funny.
I know I'm an idiot. I never saw the words like, on the old quarters, does it say $quarter at the bottom?
Some of them do, yeah.
Just say that on the new ones.
Yeah, they say on 50-cent pieces, they say $half.
Yeah, that makes why? Listen, why did I understand those? And I didn't understand $quarter.
Oh, God. You're having a mental break.
I literally hate myself. Oh, my God. Now the new thing is just going to be to chuck quarters at me at fucking Paracon.
When you were a kid and you were playing video games, you'd put $1 in. You'd be like, why am I only getting 4 of these quarters?
Oh, episode 44. Jessica learns to count. Oh my God. Ooh. I swear I wrote it in my podcast notes and I'm like, don't say it. Don't fucking say it. Don't say it. You're never going to live it down. Oh my God. I had to. We are an open book here, and I don't care if I sound stupid. The point is that I started at a stupid point and I end in a more illuminated point.
That's right. Learn something every day, no matter what it is.
Exactly.
Try and learn something new every day.
I do try to. I don't know how to segue out of that. Okay, so I was watching 90210 again the other day.
Oh my God, that's segue back to.
No, listen. No, it's just a small, tiny thing. I'm not going to talk about it.
You know 90210 is a zip code, right?
Yes, I do. And I also thought that we should do a shirt, like a spoof 90210 shirt that just said, where it says Beverly Hills 90210 at the bottom in the wheel, that circle logo. Yeah. We could put what's up at the top and weirdo at the bottom. And then I was like, do we do the 90210 or do we do a different number? And I couldn't think of a number because I don't want to use our own zip code. That's fucking weird. But just think about that. But anyway, that's not what I was going to say.
All right.
There was an episode on the other day, and I know I've seen all these episodes a million times over by now, but I didn't realize the other day when Brandon proposes to Kelly finally, which is like a big deal. She shows up at her house. This is so fucking 90s. It like blew my brain out of my head. He shows up at her house with a brand new box of rollerblades for her, and he's like, let's go fucking rollerblading, right? So she goes, he gives her the box and she goes to put her feet in and she's like, there's something in the fucking rollerblade. And he takes it and he's like, oh, let me see what's in there. And he pulls out the ring box and that's how he fucking proposes, by putting a ring box in a rollerblade. That is so embarrassing. That is so embarrassing. That is so 90210. That's like, bro. There's a fucking palm tree and I found your ring box and rollerblade. Ugh.
When your father and I met, he gave me rollerblades.
Here's how it works.
Shoved down inside of the toe of the rollerblades was his ring.
Oh my God, I died. I'm like, how have I never noticed this plot point before? It was so embarrassing.
I always think about that, like people's proposals and stuff. And like later on in years, I've always thought like people telling their how I met your parent story and how there are so many there have to be bizarre stories being told to children where they're like, your father invited me to MacGruber and
we obviously loved it.
We loved MacGruber. You
know who's in the new MacGruber movie?
No.
Billy Zane.
Bringing it around without even knowing I was doing it.
I know. But no, so many of my clients, when I'm working with them, it usually starts with like, where do you work at? What do you do? Blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, are you dating anybody? Whatever. Because people will talk about their damn boyfriends for 2 hours and then I don't have to say shit. But so many people, and especially during the pandy, because what else are you supposed to do? But so many people I talk to met their person online. So like so many people are going to have to tell their kids they met on a dating app.
Yeah. But I mean, again, it's better than saying your mom and I were real big fans of Ace Ventura Pet Detective.
I mean, that's an amazing thing, actually. That's an amazing origin
So we went and saw the third one.
There is no third one.
No, I'm just saying, I don't know if there's a third one.
I don't either. I don't even know if there is either. I know there's 2.
Didn't they make one that Jim Carrey wasn't even in?
If they did. It
was like Rob Schneider took over?
No, you're making this up.
I don't know.
I don't know either. It sounds totally believable, actually, but...
Oh, wait. You know what I learned today?
What?
Learn something new every day.
What?
I learned old-timey word for rabbits.
What is it?
Coney. Coney.
A coney is a rabbit?
Yep. That's what they used to call rabbits way back in the olden times in England.
Why?
I don't know. That was just the word you called them, conies.
Their little face is kind of like a little cone.
Kind of a little cone, but I like it. Conies.
Conies. That's cute. I got Toad a new toy yesterday that came from BarkBox, and it's like a fake bag of Doritos. It's like a fake chip bag, and then there's 2 Doritos inside, and one has a smiley and one has an upside down smiley. And and it says Drool Ranch on the front. It says Drool Ranch Bark Doritos on the front. And I was already like dead. And then, okay, so we played with it all day. And then I turned the chip bag over last night and it has like fake nutrition facts on the back. And right at the top, it says serving size 2 chippies. And it says chippies. I'm like, did I make this? It's like the cutest thing I ever saw. 2 chippies.
2 chippies.
2 chippies are playing Coachella too, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
2 chippies.
They're right after the 2 chippies are right after Slap Mop.
Slap Mop. That sounds gross. I watched I had seen the first and the 4th episode, but I didn't see 2 and 3. So I watched the middle 2 episodes of the new season of Kindred Spirits yesterday.
Yeah. Did you see the episode that I'm on?
That's the 4th one.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I watched that in live tweeted with everybody.
Yeah.
That was really good.
It was a good one.
And everybody complimented your
The
sweater.
season is really good.
It's so good. Dude, the one that I watched, I think yesterday, it was the 2nd episode of the season, I think, and there's a guy who finds like an old, like a 1700s shoe in his attic.
Yeah.
And all shit's happening. And then the way it turned out is like they wanted him to put the shoe back. And then they also wanted the guy to put like his own shoe up there to like kind of be like, you know, your shoe is still protecting the house and now mine will too. And like, we're kind of like a team or what, you know what I mean?
Together.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. And it was so freaking cute. Like the guy, they didn't coach him or anything. And the guy crawled up in the attic and said the nicest stuff. And he was like, I'll look out for you and you look out for me or something. And it was so sweet. I like love, I don't know why, especially like men or like when they like get something, you know, and they like don't fight it. It's like, he could have been like, well, this feels fucking weird or this is weird. But he like totally went with it and was like open to it and said the most nice thing.
You like it when people are genuinely saying the sweet thing that they're thinking.
Yes.
Like if someone were to say, I love your sweater, you look like garbage.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Fucking person on Twitter. I can't.
There's nothing like being on television and having some random person say, John doesn't look well. I liked his sweaters and what he said.
Yeah, you were on a perfectly good episode the other day. Everybody's saying nice shit. And I have to imagine, I mean, I'm not on fucking TV, but I have, obviously everybody is self-conscious in some way or another. And it's got to be nerve-wracking enough to have your face on TV and then some idiot on Twitter writes, John doesn't look well or something. It's like, well, first of all, it's a pandemic and none of us have seen other humans in like fucking 5 years. And then she followed it up with like 2 compliments, like let in with 1 shitty thing and said the 2 nice things. It's like, no, that doesn't, no. No.
Well, I was telling you, I think it's interesting. Like if I were to tell, like Amy will text me and say, can we Zoom with you in 10 minutes?
Yeah.
And I say, yeah, of course. And then they Zoom me and I talk to them and then that gets shown on television. Mm-hmm. If I told someone I'm going to call you in 10 minutes on Zoom and I'm going to record it and then I'm going to show it to 1 million people, how many people would be like, I can't do it?
Yeah.
Like I don't like the way I look. I don't have the setup. I can't do it.
Yeah. Like the lighting is wrong. You have a weird shirt on, you fucking whatever, you're fat, you're bloated, whatever.
Yeah.
And you have like not that you needed it or not that you looked weird at all, but it's like you don't have a fucking makeup person. It's like, what am I supposed to look like on TV? This what do you?
But we live in a world where people can be like, hey, you're garbage. I don't know who you are, but.
I know she said maybe it's the lighting, but John doesn't look well. And I wrote back, maybe it's the lighting, but you don't sound very polite. And then she deleted what she said about you. It's like, good. Nothing gives you the right to say shitty stuff to other people. It's fucking stupid. Nobody cares about your opinion. It's mean. Just say the nice thing and go, or don't say anything at all. That could, help something that I'm doing, great. But saying something shitty about somebody's appearance will never be helpful ever.
Again, I think if you have something constructive to say, that's fine.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But if you have something detrimental to say,
right,
perhaps think about if you should say that thing. And
it also helps too. It's like it would be constructive if she was in TV or something or whatever. But it's like, if you're not even remotely in the thing that you are criticizing, what background, what right do you even have to say what you're saying? So you're not helping. You're just being a shithead. Yeah. Or trying to get clicks, all about them clicks. Stupid. Yeah. And then she followed it up with something like, oh, sorry, I'm just a worrier. And then we were like, you can't just mask. Like, I'm a worrier too, but I don't make other people feel like shit when I ask them if they're okay. Like, you're not. No. Whatever. Anyway, I have another episode coming up later on. You do. You're going to be on the finale of Kindred Spirits. I think it's the finale indeed. It is. I know. I talked to Amy because I took a video there that was really scary. Something was messing with me. And I sent it to them after we were home. And then her podcast, Haunted Road, dropped an episode yesterday about the location that we were at. And she's like, I almost posted your video to hype the podcast app, but she's like, I think I'm going to save it for the finale of Kindred Spirits. I'm like, I've been saving it too. Like,
Yeah.
That'll be fun to post. But Kindred Spirits is on Discovery Plus. If you guys haven't watched it, it's super good, super thoughtful. It's not your regular yelling at ghosts show. It's like they actually legitimately want to help. They do their research. And I was going to say to you too, I don't think people are realizing how much witchcraft they're using on literally every episode.
Yeah, no, it's very magical.
Mm-hmm. Totes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shoe thing was magical. The iron spikes part was magical.
Yeah.
There was another episode where they ended up doing something, and I'm like, that's magic.
I'm glad that we're getting to that point, though.
Yeah. I think it was like them telling somebody to write something or do, I don't know, but I was like, ooh, I love that. I was stoked. I really like how they handle stuff. And I really like their scared faces. Shout out Adam Berry. He's a big fan.
Shout out Amy Bruni. She's a big fan, too.
Big fan. We're both big fans of each other. I miss them. We got to go somewhere. Winter is so limiting.
Yeah.
Yeah. When's the next? I mean, we got to see them before Belvoir, don't we?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Nah. That'll come up fast, though.
Just drive out to Belvoir, you and I.
Yeah, let's just go.
Hang out with the crew out there.
I know Jesse's been texting me. We're fucking bros.
Yeah.
He might come to UFC Columbus. He said he might go.
When is that?
March.
When do we go and see Last Podcast on the Left?
March.
Oh, big announcement. Sorry, I forgot about this. Big announcement. Bring it up as we close out this episode.
What?
I got new slippers today.
That's your fucking news?
Yeah.
Why are they so exciting?
I'm just saying, I got new slippers. It's very exciting for me.
I feel like you've been getting a lot of new sweaters. Are you just getting a lot of sweaters?
No, it's just my sweaters are coming out of storage because it's fucking cold.
True. We got to go thrifting. I need a couple things not thrifting, I mean antique mauling, because there's a couple things that I want.
Gotta get a good one. Gotta get a good one. Give me a good one. Gotta get a good one. Gotta get a good one. If people want to take that and loop it, that's the magical chant for thrifting.
And antique mauling. You say that when you're walking from the car to the door. That's what we do. You smoke, and then I say, Teddy, say it.
Gotta get a good one. Gotta get a good one. Gotta get a good one.
And I swear the times that we forget to do it, we don't find one single item.
I know.
It's crazy.
We end up walking around a place getting sick, like that weird place in Wisconsin that had negative energy in it.
Oh, I just listened to that episode the other day. I was bored the other day in the house or something. I clicked on one of our old episodes and I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. We were ill. And then the one time that we went to the antique mall and Bean jumped out of the fucking...
Yeah, and face planted.
Fell right on his noggin. That was awful.
Wasn't that great?
We should go to the one of them and then we'll bring Toady and put him in a stroller.
Yeah.
Maybe next week. We have to do our one-on-one Patreon chats for our high-tier Patreons on Sunday. I'm booking them all out. So we're going to be on Zoom for quite a bit, but it's going to be fun. And people can ask us whatever they want or tell us whatever they want. I hope people tell us their ghost stories. I want to hear... Because I'm sure they're sick of hearing us talk. I want to hear them talk a little bit.
You know I love listening to people's ghost stories and weird stories.
I know. I gotta feel like after listening to us every week, they have like weird stories they want to tell us. And I'm super down for that.
I want to hear them too.
I know, like the Web Crawlers mailbag episodes. That's what I want our Zoom chats to be like. Just tell me your weird fucking story, please.
Yeah. What are you going to do tonight now?
What am I going to do? I just wrapped up an eBay package, so I don't have to do that. Oh, I could set up my coffee machine that you got me.
Yeah.
I got some work stuff to answer, work emails. I'm still rehanging all my gallery wall pictures. I went in a completely different direction and ripped a bunch of shit down.
And you got paint colored spackle.
I did. I found paint colored spackle. I'm like, I don't want to have like a grayish brown wall. I'm like, I don't want to do the white and then get the paint out. I don't feel like it. So I found spackle that's literally the color of the wall.
Good work, buddy.
Boom, done. Work harder. I'm work smarter, not harder. You know,
I fell asleep the other night with YouTube on, and I fell into a rabbit hole of, I had no idea this existed really in this shape and form, but there are videos of people cutting lawns that get millions upon millions of views.
What?
Yeah. Like guys who mow people's yards and they have 50,000 followers and each of their videos have 1.3 million views.
Like hot dudes with their shirts off, or do they do weird patterns? What's the thing?
No, it's just guys who go out and they're like, this lawn is overgrown. So we told them we'd mow it for free because we're going to put it on YouTube. And here it is. And then it's 45 minutes of someone mowing someone's lawn. And then they show you the before and after. And then it's got 2 million views.
I don't understand.
There's another guy. I found that and it led me into there's another group of YouTube videos where people go and they unclog like flooded streets.
Like rake the leaves away?
Yeah. They have like 1.8 million views.
So none of these people watching have like neighbors?
I don't know, but it's so funny because like some of the lawnmower guys have like they're like rolling in cash. They've like 3 million views for this guy mowing a lawn.
Honestly, even if YouTube gave me money, I wouldn't fucking mow my lawn.
You don't know how.
I'm not doing it. No, I don't know how. I'm not doing it.
So I won't be falling asleep tonight with YouTube on.
No, don't watch lawn videos.
No, I will be watching, I think I'm watching mummy movies tonight.
That's good. I was going to say too, the Bob Saget stuff is so sad. I've been seeing all the tributes to him, and it's really says something about how you should say nice stuff about people when they're alive. Like, yeah. I've never seen such an outpouring of people saying he was the nicest dude who ever existed. And I never hear shit like that. I've never,
yeah.
I go around talking about him all the time, but literally everybody, it seems like everybody that ever encountered him in their entire life thought he was the nicest guy ever. But I saw that he had like a show for a little bit in 2010 called Strange Days with Bob Saget. And one of the episodes is called Let's Go Squatching, the search.
Oh, he hunted with Bigfoot. Yeah, he hunted for Bigfoot. I think with Cliff and Bobo even.
Yeah, Cliff posted a picture of them together, and I thought that was neat. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I thought that was cute. I like when famous people are like put it out there that they're into weird shit.
Yeah, for sure. Strange Days with Bob Saget made me think of the Jeff Goldblum show on Disney. Mm-hmm. And someone on Twitter the other day said, what is that thing that Jeff Goldblum does where he doesn't say a word, but he just says, and moves his hands around? What is that called something? And I responded back, yeah, it's a fluency disorder. He probably stutters and stammers like anybody. For those of people who don't know, like I went to speech therapy for years and years because I had a pretty terrible stammer and stutter. And one of the things that they teach you when you're a stammerer or stutterer, or you do cluttering, any kind of fluency disorder, you search for words by giving yourself pause words like I think that he probably suffers from adult fluency disorder.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to even react to him if he didn't do that. I love that he does that. And yeah. I don't mind when it takes somebody like several seconds to get a word out. I kind of love it.
Yeah.
I think he's fantastic. But I know what you're saying. Two things that I got reminded of while you were saying that, and I forgot. Well, I remembered one of them. One of them was that I put a surprise in motion for you yesterday, and I can't tell you what it is, and I can't tell you when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen.
You're not even supposed to tell me that there's a surprise coming then.
And you're going to be excited.
Gonna get a good one, gonna get a good one, gonna get a good one, gonna get a good one.
You'll see, but you'll be stoked. So we'll just wait for that. And then what was I going to say? You said something about Goldblum.
You talking about giving me a surprise that you can't tell me about made me also remember how mad I got the other day because someone was posting videos of themselves giving free donuts to homeless people. And I always think to myself, like, you are really undercutting your good deed by putting it on Twitter.
See, I'm usually on the other side of the fence with that because it's like, at least it's getting done.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. So, and the same with like, lots of other stuff I've seen to that effect, like posting that you just gave a donation to somebody. Like, great, at least you did it. At least it's there. And then also, like, there's a lot of other shitty things that people do online that they're like proud of, or like, well, everybody's different, like posting too many selfies and stuff. It's like, I'd rather see you help another person than be obsessed with yourself for another day.
I agree. I just grew up with that, my mom's mindset of a good deed isn't something that you do to get praise for.
It's not. But I guess all of our brains are a little bit different now. And I don't know, I guess I'm excited when I do nice stuff for other people too. I don't know, I don't post about all of them, but I'm sure I have posted some of them.
Yeah.
And it's shitty. Obviously, if somebody's down on their luck or they're fucking whatever, it's like you don't need to shove a camera in their face. I get that, but...
That part bothers me too.
Yeah, I don't love that. But I really like seeing nice things happen for people.
I do too. I like seeing nice things, people do nice things for animals.
Yeah, totally.
Non-human animals.
Yeah, like when people find like those matted dogs and then you see the after and you're like, he's so happy now.
Yeah, he's a good boy. He's a baby.
Not even dirty anymore.
That's baby.
That's baby.
That's Baby is headlining stage 2.
That's Baby. Well, baby.
That's Baby.
That's baby, little
It
baby.
was so funny when you DM'd me last thing about, you were like, you've definitely heard of this artist.
Yeah.
And I had no idea who you were talking about.
Meg Thee Stallion.
No idea who that is.
You would know who it was if you saw her.
Is it a band?
It's a girl. It's a rapper chick.
No idea.
She's cool. She cool.
All right. Well, then I'm going to go and find her and talk to her because you are not.
Wow. Well, good luck with that. She's kind of famous. Ding dong.
Not so famous that I know who she is. She know Rodney Allen Rippey.
Oh boy, she's no 70s Jack in the Box kid, but we'll give it a shot. Give it a shot. Oh, brother.
It's too big to eat.
Oh my God, you fucking psycho.
Wouldn't you be stoked to see like a former child star?
What if I saw like Zach from Saved by the Bell? I would be stoked.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Or like someone from Hang Time.
Hang Time. Was that the Mark Hurdy show?
That was Hang Time was the Saved by the Bell knockoff show where they were like a rock and roll band.
No. What was the? Oh, I'm thinking of Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Oh my God. Really dumb.
All right, I'm all done.
All right.
Go set your coffee maker up.
I'm gonna. I'm so excited. I gotta play with Toady too because we were gone watching that wretched movie.
I know. I heard him. I decided to wrap it up because I hear him drinking water.
I know, because he sits in his crate for 2 hours, then he has so much thirst when he gets out of here. So much thirst. Okay.
Okay.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay. Sounds terrible.
Bye.